or which T I need to use here in order to take it apart, in order to remove this middle spacer. I would like to talk a bit more why we choose this particular 2015 Sprinter 170 extended, not dually, so it has only 2 wheels on the rear, not 4. Let's go over the reasons. First of all, I scored like a crazy deal, okay? Sometimes you see it and you're like, wow, that's something. And that was one of them. Yes, I got a bunch of tattoo stickers all over the place, and I need to remove it here, there, on the doors, I would say, as well as on the roof. But I mean, when you look at the price, when you look at the condition, you're like, whatever, we're gonna remove the stickers. You know, I had 2 problems with the van when I got it right away. As soon as I paid to the seller, as soon as we signed the title, I paid to the seller, I took off, I saw 2 problems, and they did put a big smile on my face. First of all, I had the low tire pressure. Well, that was pretty easy. Stop at the gas station, add some air. Then I saw the light bulb light. The second one took me maybe 2 minutes to figure it out. I went outside, look at the tail light. One of the 4 tail lights, when you turn the low beams, was off. So I was able to open the cap on the back, fix the light bulb, and we're done. That's the van you want to buy. If there's any problem, something that you can fix with your bare hands in no time. Now let's talk about the size. I guess a lot of you will say 170 extended. Where are you planning to park it? So before we started this conversion, I was able to spend some time, load my motorcycles, I was able to drive around, get a feel for the van. And you know what? This is the same as parking Toyota Prius, besides one simple thing. You need more room. Like if you're parking at the grocery shop, you're just gonna use a sidewalk and you're just gonna pull on the back, use the entire sidewalk, and your rear tires will go right next to the curve and you'll be able to clear the bottom, no problem. But the fun fact, you will see it takes as much space when you're utilizing the curve, the bushes, the sidewalk. It takes the same amount of space as any large van. So if you don't know how to drive a larger vehicle, well, you better spend some time, drive around, get a feel, get used to it, and then you can start your conversion. Another thing, if you can tell, my van is wrapped in a black vinyl, and it's not really efficient, it's not the best color choice when you want to insulate it, when you would like to have AC in it. For those bright sunny days, it's not really perfect. But at the same time, people don't expect black van, and when they see it, it looks kind of smaller than it is. Look inside. I mean, that's pretty big. Look from the outside. It's just a black van. So getting one of those, it might be a good idea to get it wrapped, or maybe it's a good idea to buy one of those already wrapped. The interesting part, and something that you will learn, those vans are so easy to drive. They've got super smooth transmission, so when it shifts you won't be able to tell when it did it, unless you're just looking straight at the RPMs. So yes, it's pretty easy to drive. When it comes to the height, you just have to skip all the drive-throughs. Most of the freeways, like 99% of them, you'll be able to clear because the semi-trucks can clear, and 10-footer van will be able to do it as well. What about the mileage? My van got 180,000 miles on it. You probably would say, for the 2015, you know, that's kind of a lot. Well, this is a break-in period for the diesel Mercedes engine. Those go 500,000 miles without any major work. Yes, you can swap the turbo. Yes, you can do a couple of things here and there. But without any major engine rebuild, you can expect 300, 400, 500 miles, depending how you service. So 180,000 miles, it's practically brand new. Now, I got the van, I drove it across the state. Yes, when you want to score a deal, you have to look beyond your city. You have to look at least in your state. And sometimes you get a flight across the country to pick up the one that you like. Because when it comes to building a van, your platform is essentially something that's gonna dictate the entire build. If you're gonna get a creepy, cheap, wasted van that's been beat up to hell, you're not gonna go too far. You're just gonna repair it, get disappointed, and I'm not sure if you will ever finish the van. And that's where I have to tell a sad story. Remember the van that we started? The one that I got from Valkilmer? Beautiful machine, very well maintained. Yes, I did spend time fixing it. Yes, I did fix some rust. Yes, we tore apart the entire interior. We actually did a lot of things, including like diesel heater, solar panels. We almost finished the shower. The problem was, well, the more you work, the more you have to do things like this, and then you have to realize that the next few months of your life is gonna be in this tiny place where you're gonna be literally doing things like this because you cannot stand up, you don't have enough height. That's where I said, not anymore. And that's exactly why I'm standing inside of the Sprinter. Yes, my first impression, I don't want to buy a Mercedes. It's gonna cost me a lot of money. It's gonna cost me a lot of money in terms of maintenance. Yes, I would need to change the sensor that controls the next sensor that controls the main sensor. But I have no choice. I don't want to buy a shorty front-wheel drive Ford Transit, and it's gonna cost me even more than this Sprinter. Don't tell me about the Nissan NV. Those are small and ugly. And that's the point where we're standing inside of the 2015 loan version 170 extended high roof Sprinter. And that's the lesson that I've learned. So you can check out the episodes where we did the conversion for the 1991 Ford Econoline, and you might want to think about buying something smaller than Sprinter. If you're worried about size, well, go with 144, and I'm sure this is gonna be something like a smaller super sport motorcycle where you're gonna spend maybe a year or two in order to realize you need a little bit more space. I mean, this is already pretty small living space, okay? If you're not ready for 170 extended, that's fine, get 144. But before you make your purchase, and especially if you're looking for something smaller like Chevy or Ford, find the way to borrow this car. Find the way to, I don't know, do something inside of it. Tell the seller you will do the full detail at no charge at his place. If you work on this van, you will realize how small this space is. And that's exactly where you're gonna start looking towards Sprinter. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you probably have no choice. Let's name this big boy and let's get it converted. Leave your comment down below. Tell me how we're supposed to name it. This is a big 170 extended. It's wrapped in black vinyl. It looks pretty mad. In fact, on the back doors you still see the word monster. I even already put the letter, and you will see this video on the channel pretty soon. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and watch the newest videos for this conversion every single week. You're gonna see 170 extended with the shower, with a giant battery bank. I already got the biggest battery bank you ever saw on YouTube, and it's gonna have zero propane. It's gonna run on electric. I'm gonna run a lot of appliances, use all the solar that we're gonna put on the roof. And after today, when we just basically unloaded, I realized, man, this is gonna be a big exercise. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.